Hello everyone, this is Christina, aka Imagining Mystic, and you may notice that this is Sims 2 and not Sims 3. With the Sims 2 Ultimate Collection going out to everyone for free, I decided I wanted to start up a Sims 2 Legacy Challenge. It has been a long time since I've done one of these. I had originally started a Sims 2 Legacy on the simslegacychallenge.com website probably about a year ago, and they were my original Legacy family. And then the game got kind of buggy, and I had to stop playing them because I wasn't even able to load the family after a while, and that was unfortunate because I really enjoyed that family. I had them all named after European cities. And we got up to, I believe, France, which was Generation 4. Or no, I'm sorry, we got up to Generation 5, and then that's when the game became unplayable. So I'm going to give it a shot again with this lovely founder here. This is Isabella Rotaggio, and in Italian, Retaggio means legacy, or I forget what else it could mean, but it roughly translated means legacy. So that's our founder. She is a romance sim, and her lifetime want is to woohoo with 20 different sims. We will see if we're going to do that or not. A little bit of background about Isabella. When I initially started a legacy challenge way back in, I don't even know what year it was, but back when The Sims 2 was, the main game to play, this was my founder, Isabella, and I had a naming theme for, I think it was just a bunch of Italian names. I don't know that I'm necessarily going to do that again. I haven't actually decided if I'm even going to do a naming theme in this family yet. I might actually go with European royalty. Isabella is the name of I believe, Spanish queen from, back in the not medieval times, but more Renaissance time. So that's kind of where I'm thinking I'm going to go with that right now. But let's see, what else do we have about her? She is mildly sloppy, pretty outgoing, very active, and not very playful or nice. She's a Gemini. And let's see, her attraction points are to fitness and brown hair, and her turnoffs are stink. She doesn't like smelly Sims. So I decided to do a couple of handicaps with this legacy. If you guys remember from the advanced legacy challenge rules for The Sims 2, you have the option to add handicaps, and they can give you some extra points at the end of the game. I am up to 10. You can't do more than 10. I decided I'm not going to do a full 10 because that gets really hard to manage and remember everything. So I decided to start with, as you can see, she has a small bed on a lawn and a tree. We are starting extreme. I got the largest lot possible, and that left her with only, I think, 1,800 simoleons, and I needed to buy a tree, and the goal of this is to have a fruit-bearing tree survive all 10 generations of the legacy family. So I got an apple tree, and that's kind of out there. The founder has to be buried next to it when they die, so I'll probably have her nearby, and then kind of just have the rest of the family fill in. Speaking of, the next handicap that I went with was free roaming ghosts, and that means I can't put the gravestones of other Sims on another lot. They have to stay here, and they have to have access to the whole house, and that makes things interesting, especially as you start getting a lot of ghosts, because it gets kind of crowded on the lot. The next one I'm going to do is one-way street, which does not allow you to use any sort of life potion on your Sims. What's that called? Let's see. It is the elixir of life. I can't use elixir of life, but if I ever get the cow plant from university, I can use that. And finally, I'm going with storyteller, which as long as you're telling a story for your sim, you get the point. Now, Let's Plays are kind of maybe stretching that a little bit, but I am still telling the story of this family. I may not be writing it, but I am still doing a story about a legacy family. So I think that doing a Let's Play for it would count without actually having to write it. So that's everything. That'll give me 5 handicap points at the end of the challenge if we make it that far. So as you can see, she's left with no money. The other thing I need to do, and actually I will be right back. I will edit this part out. I just need to grab a 6-sided dice. Okay, I'm back. I actually can't find a 6-sided dice because I've had to hide them from my kids so they don't get at them and choke on them. But I don't remember where I put them. So I think what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to go to random.org, and that'll let me randomly choose the traits for, or not the traits, the aspirations for the family members. And let's see. So I need to actually choose her lifetime aspiration benefits, and I do want to give her a secondary aspiration. So I need to put in this random number generator 1, 2, 6 and generate 5. So I believe that is, let me consult the rules here because I don't actually remember. I think that's popularity. Yes, it's popularity. So we're going to give her popularity. And by the way, I will link this random.org in the comments below, so that in case you decide you want to do a Sims 2 Legacy, you can use that. Or if you have a 6-sided dice, you can use that as well. Alright, so popularity and romance. She is going to probably easily get on my nerves. Those are my 2 least favorite aspirations. I go for romance early because it's one that I kind of like to get out of the way, but I mean, with the fact that everything is random, it's kind of hard to avoid it completely. Alright, so I think since she's our founder, I'm just going to let her have her needs lower less quickly. It makes it a little easier, especially given that she's just living on a bed on the grass for now. So this is our first day. I think what I would like to do is, well, we're going to wait for the newspaper to come. And once it comes, I think I will try to get her a job. I'm not really picky about which one I get. It really doesn't matter to me as long as she gets money, because she's very poor right now. She has absolutely 0 simoleons to her name, and we don't actually have to do anything with our tree right now. That's weird. I'm living in River Blossom Hills, and I just realized there's no summer in this town. Why is that? I'm going to fix that real quick. I want to make sure that we have the right seasons. I want summer, spring, fall, and winter. I don't know why it's winter first. So I'm going to save this real quick and just go and do that, and I will meet you guys back. Okay, and we're back. I have to say I'm very impressed with how quickly the load times are in this Ultimate Collection. It goes very quickly. So anyway, I switched everything and made it as it should be. We are summer, fall, winter, spring now, and that way she doesn't freeze to death on her first day. So yeah, this is the first episode, so it's going to be a lot of setting up and making sure that I have everything I need. So we are just going to kind of wait for the newspaper to come, which should be any minute now. And once we get that newspaper, I'm going to get her a job. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to send her to one of the sim parks to work as a barista. It's a good way to get some money in the beginning, and it's also a great way to meet a bunch of people. So, that way we can start looking for potential spouses and, meeting friends for job promotions and whatnot. So that's where we're at right now. And we're just going to let her find a job, and we will go from there. Hopefully it's something that pays good. Business, okay, 168 simoleons. Look again. I like to look through all 3 of them and then make a decision. Slacker, well, she does have a want to be in the slacker career, so I could do that one. It doesn't pay very well, though. Or culinary, which also doesn't pay very well. Well, actually, the original Isabella that I made way back in the day was in the culinary career. She made it all the way to world-renowned chef or whatever it is. That was actually her lifetime want in that game. Now, the good thing about the addition of Sims 2 free time, I believe it is, you don't actually need to complete their lifetime want to get them permanently platinum. You can do that just by making sure they get a lot of their wants fulfilled. And if you don't know what I'm talking about in regards to permanently platinum, that was something that was in the Sims 2. It was a Sims 2 game mechanic only. It didn't actually happen in Sims 3. When your sim is incredibly happy, instead of being green, like you see right here, it happens after they have a lot of their wants fulfilled. It's not if they're incredibly happy. I misspoke. It turns silver. And silver is, they are super happy. They've had so many wants fulfilled and, things are going good for them. And it's a temporary thing. It only lasts as long as you can keeping up with their wants. And if you start slacking off on it and you can't start getting their wants, they go back to green. And this is actually the aspiration meter right here. If it dips to the very bottom here and to the lowest level of red, they go into what's known as aspiration failure. And that actually loses points in the Sims 2 Legacy Challenge. You don't want them to go into the red. And you definitely don't want aspiration failure. So keeping them platinum as often as possible raises this bar here, which is their lifetime aspiration meter. If that bar gets all the way to the top, they will be platinum all the time, and they will just be constantly happy. They will get promotions at work easier. It's just a good thing to have. All you really need to do at that point is focus on their needs. You don't even have to worry about their wants. Even if they end up getting something that's like a mega fear and it gets fulfilled, which, by the way, loses aspiration points, it will eventually just go back up. They're never going to really go into aspiration failure, I don't think, once they're permanently platinum. So yeah, that's that. And accomplishing a lifetime wish, which in her case is woohoo with 20 different Sims, automatically gives you permanent platinum status. But you don't need to do their lifetime wish as long as you get this lifetime bar up. So just a little factoid for people that may not be familiar with The Sims 2. I know that not everybody is. So, all right, we got her a job. And now I think we are going to have her walk to the park. And that way we can have her... Oh, I forgot to add the other towns. Okay, you know what? I'm going to go do that real quick. Sorry about all this setup, guys. I probably should have done that already. I kind of forgot. But, once everything's set up, we'll be able to get going with the game. Okay, and we're back. I've got all of the towns and lots loaded now, or community lots, rather. So, let's see. The one I want is, I believe it's Sim Center South. That one has, yeah, Sim Center South. That one has a barista stand where she can work. She can also grill some hot dogs to eat. There's a bathroom, there's a shower, there's a swimming pool, there's lots of people that hang out there, so it's a great place to go on day one for all sorts of reasons. So I definitely recommend doing that if you decide to play a Sims 2 Legacy. And we're just going to wait for this to load. It shouldn't take very long at all, thanks to this super fast Ultimate Edition, or Ultimate Collection game on Origin. Alright. Alright, and here we are at Sim Center South. What I think I'm going to have her do first is she actually kind of needs to pee. So I think I will have her run to the bathroom real quick. She doesn't really need to take a shower yet, so we'll hold off on that. Who are you? Need to start looking for potential spouses for her. Gary Ray. Okay, possibility. And then there's this guy. What's his name? Greg Ma. What I'll probably have her do, and this was a really nice addition in Sims 2, is the ability to scope a room and see if there's anybody that would appeal to her wants or her attractions. But first, before I can do that, I need to get her sexual orientation added. She needs to flirt with the person of the sex that she wants to date so that I can have her scope the room. And let's see, wolf whistle is a good way to open that up because they usually accept it. Okay, now you may scope the room and that will tell us who she finds attractive. This guy, Jason Greenman. Let's take a look at him. Ooh, he's good looking. She likes him. Okay. Well, let's go greet this guy. And then after you greet him, well, let's see. Appreciate, admire, talk, chat. Oops. Entertain, joke, and ask. What's your sign? Ask is usually a good way to increase relationship with somebody. It tends to increase it double than what other stuff does, so it's a good one to start with. Okay. Oh, well, that didn't work. He did not like the appreciate. I probably shouldn't have started with that, but that's okay. We'll see how the rest of this goes. Why is she saying she doesn't find him attractive? Does he not find her attractive? This is very strange. Well, they're sure getting along well. Alright, tell joke. Well, you kind of froze there for a second. Okay, we're telling our joke now. Next it'll be ask about sign. And it's raining. Whoa! Hey. Is it hailing? That's not good. Oh, no, he doesn't find her attractive. Bugger. Okay, well, I mean, that's not a huge issue. It's just going to make things really difficult to get relationship score up with him. Oh, that's why it started raining. We have a bad witch on our lot. Darn it, go away. Go be Elphaba somewhere else. Okay, so we've got Magnus. Oh, where was he? I saw him a second ago. Magnus, Magnus, Magnus. Magnus, where are you? Where'd you go? Magnus? Where is he? I saw him a second ago. Did he leave because of the rain? Ugh. Really? Really? Well, bugger. Cockroaches? No, you don't need to get the flu right now. And yes, cockroaches give the flu. Is he in the bathroom? No, I don't know. That guy disappeared. Is that him? No. Okay, well, I don't know where that other guy went. Let's work as a barista. Just for a little while to get some money. And that way she's not quite so poor. I don't know where that other guy went. Yay, 16 simoleons. Hopefully somebody else will come by that she is mildly attracted to. We'll have to see. Also, if you're not familiar with The Sims 2, because it is an older game, in The Sims 3 there's a lot of story progression on the outside neighborhoods in the houses that aren't the Legacy family. That is not the case in Sims 2. Your neighbors will be your neighbors the entire 10 generations unless you move them in. So there's really not much that you can do about that. It's a little weird, but it works because then there's not a bunch of new Sims that you have to learn about, and you can tell who you think your Sim will get along with right off the bat. Alright, well, she's earned some money and she's starting to get hungry, so I think we'll do that. I think I'm going to have her scope the room one more time. Go here. Now, I don't necessarily need to marry her to anybody, because she is a romance sim. She's probably not going to want to do that. So let's see. Those three guys. We've got Peter Sims. She still likes Jason Greenman, even though he doesn't like her. And she also kind of likes the barista, Peter Sims. Let's greet Peter Sims and see if he likes her. He doesn't have brown hair, but I don't really care. Ask, do you like what you see? And we'll just go from there. Now, it is still possible that we can get this other guy. It's just going to take a little longer. Oh, but this guy likes her. So that's good to know. Alright, well, I'm going to have her make some hot dogs because she's starting to get hungry. Oh, somebody already cooked them. Well, handy that. Don't don't feed everybody. Eat. Eat. Grab a plate. Eat before everybody else does. I don't care about the NPCs. Oh, and she's talking to this guy. And he could possibly... Well, she doesn't find him super attractive. Oh, she has 2 lightning bolts with Peter Sims. I think I've had him in my legacy before, actually. He's pretty cool. I think. I don't really remember, actually. Alright, well, she's hitting it off with him. And she's stuffing her face with that hot dog. Let's watch her chipmunk cheeks that she's got. Whoa, they're already bad? How'd that happen? I don't know. Okay, well, she ate, so there's that. And now she's farting. That's wonderful, Isabella. Thanks. Okay. I think I might still work on Peter. We'll see. It's always nice to have... Oh, who's this guy? No, don't leave, don't leave, don't leave. Stop it! I guess you're gonna leave. Okay, fine. Alright, and let's see. She's had her shower. Where did Peter Sims go? Did he leave? I think he left. Okay. Well, let's talk to this guy. Kennedy Fong. Maybe we'll get somebody. Oh, oh, that's right, it's summer, so she's gonna hit it off better with people right now. Ask, do you like what you see? Flirt, checks him out. Okay, let's see. Now, I'm not actually doing the one that requires that your sim have 3 lightning bolts. It doesn't really matter to me. And honestly, it's just the only reason I want to have more lightning bolts with somebody is that it's going to make it easier to gain relationship with them, but to be completely honest, I don't really care. Actually, she could stand to eat a little more, so I'm going to have her eat. And then I'll probably have her play this game. It'll gain some relationship with some other people. And then before she leaves, I'll have her pee again. And then we should be ready to go home and face the rest of the day. Now, the other thing that's a little different in Sims 2 is that while you're on community lots, time stops at home. So when she goes home, it's still going to be like 2 p.m. This is really just so that she can gain some relationship with other people. Alright. So she'll play this game, she'll gain some social, some fun. And then we'll send her home. Alright, now let's see, I'll have her go to the bathroom. And then she can leave. Oh, and as a cook, I don't think she needs... Okay, she doesn't need any skills for her first day on the job. That's good. Alright, and I guess we will go home. And then we'll probably end this episode. I know I didn't really get much done, but this was just basically our setup episode, and we'll get everything more together in the next episode. So I'll meet you guys back at the Legacy House. Well, lack thereof at the moment. Alright, and we're back, and it looks like Mr. Humble dropped off the free computer. I'm not going to set that up just yet, though. I'm going to open it, and I will have it in her inventory. But I'm not going to do anything else at the moment. Okay, so who's this guy? Oh, a member of the gardening club. I'll greet him. Actually, we haven't had our neighbors come by yet, so maybe I will end the episode after that. Except she's not being very nice to him. Isabella, don't be a jerk. Okay, well, you know what, rather than, well, I don't know, let's see. What time, how long have we been going with this video? Yeah, we're running a little bit long, so I think I will, I'm going to end this episode here. Like I said, I didn't get quite as much done as I normally plan to do, but this was basically just our big setup episode, just to get everything together. And so in our next episode, hopefully we will get her a potential spouse and, you know, get her on her first day of work. and we'll go from there. So if you enjoyed this episode and you want to see more, please give me a like and a follow on YouTube, please. You can also check out the Sims 2 and Sims 3 and soon, within the next month, Sims 4 Legacy Challenge rules at simslegacychallenge.com. You can also check out Pinstar's Legacy Challenge strategy and tactics series for The Sims 3 on his channel. Also be sure to check out Valerie Ann C's YouTube channel, where she does a Legacy Challenge Let's Play for The Sims 3, as well as a really awesome series called Let's Simmer Down With, where she interviews simmers from around the community. So until next time, I hope you all have a great day and happy simming. Bye!